It's showtime, as Santa Randall sent Chickerly. Sometimes it's hard to get that out. Always likes to say, and it is Monday. That means only one thing, and that one thing is it's Bob and Phineas Lives. I want to say hello to Phineas TL sitting here next to me today.
Hello, Bob. How are you? And wishing everyone who is watching us in North America at least a very happy Labor Day. Good to see some early risers have logged in, especially seeing it's a holiday Monday and y'all might have stuff to do with your family on the last weekend of summer. So, thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, now speaking of summer, we like to talk about how hot it is down here in the South. But, really, we have been blessed. This is the coolest summer when it comes to 100-degree days that North Texas has had since 2007.
Wow.
That goes back a little ways, and we did hit, I think, 4 or 5 days of one over 100. Now, officially, our temperature is logged in at the DFW airport, which straddles the three counties that makes up the heart of North Texas. And so we're on the east side, so our temperature varies from what the airport reads. And the old records were always kept at Lovefield, which is just north of downtown Dallas. Literally, when you're coming in from the southern approach, you come over the top of the high rise buildings and pretty quick have to descend to get down to Lovefield. So it's really tied up on the north side. Anyway, so we've been very lucky this year as far as hot temperatures go, but that doesn't say much for the humidity. The humidity has been higher because, in relative terms of weather, the more moisture, the stickier it feels. The temperature holds back a little bit. When the temperature dries out, drier air rises. Therefore, you get less humidity, but you get a higher temperature reading. So it's really been a trade off when it comes to heat. You take 3 or 4 or 5 degrees, it's not that much difference. But man, have we been lucky this week? We got cool fronts that's moved through. We've been in the 80s today. Matter of fact, I believe we're setting at 88 on my computer. Now let's see what the bot has to say once it chimes in.
It's up here already.
Okay, it also says looks like weather for Dallas conditions are partly cloudy with temperatures of 88 degrees. That's 31 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the north northeast at 3 miles per hour, and humidity is at 53%. So again, humidity is pretty standard in the 50, 60, 70 range here. So pretty much on par. How is things up north, Phineas?
It is currently 75 degrees and sunny where I'm at. And for those that follow Canadian football, the Hamilton Tiger Cats are losing to the Argos 15-13. So it's been an exciting game at the stadium near where I'm at, but it is 75 degrees and sunny here. So
Very nice. Now, Phineas shared with me last year. We talked about this, but we talked about it in the green room earlier. He's just blocks away from their stadium. So when the ball game's on and he has a live broadcaster too, he kind of has to shut those windows and turn on the AC because all you would hear was,
all you'd hear would be "Welcome to the Jungle" and fireworks and cheering. So
"Welcome to the jungle." I love that. Absolutely love it. All right. It's been a busy week, as I mentioned to you, Phineas. House repairs continue here at the McMaster's household. We are making some good headway. Spent all week out there. Again, Randall filling in for me every other week has helped tremendously. Even just the one Monday that I had off, I got a lot done.
excellent.
There's programming note. There will not be a Tuesday night live show tomorrow night. Again, I have another project that I'm working on for another company that I can't mention yet, but it has taken up quite a bit of my time this week, plus working on the house. Good news is we're getting really close to being through with that west side of our house, which has been a nightmare. So, and Phineas has been very busy this week also.
Yep, it's been a very hectic week around here between helping at the North Pole, getting stuff ready for the upcoming holiday season, and the musical stuff that I'm doing, and the boring day to day stuff around the house and around the office and stuff like that. So it's been nice to have one day where I can just sort of kick back, relax, and kick up my heels, and to coin a catchphrase. So
very well deserved. This time of year, we got to catch a little bit of rest when we can. We got a busy season ahead of us. It's going to be a
Yep.
fun season. I have a feeling. It looks like lots of folks have gotten some really great jobs. There are still jobs left with all the top placement agencies. Hire Santa, Mitch Allen's still looking. Gina Bacon, Nationwide Santa, she's still looking.
Yep.
Cherry Hill is still looking, and I'm sure the other placement agencies are also. Those are the three that I keep up with the most.
Yes.
And so, if you're looking for some part-time help or work, and or even full-time placement, there's plenty of jobs out there. Reach out, fill your season up. If you're an independent, it's okay. They'll work with you. So keep that in mind. Okay, Phineas, you know what? I think we need a little inspiration right here. Are you ready for Santa B's inspirational weekly message?
I am ready for Santa B, and I see Santa B is actually here watching us live too, so he gets to be inspired by his own words. So,
Hey, I like that.
yeah.
Ho, 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 and happy day, my friends. Santa B back with you here again today. And today we're going to continue with the last P that you need. Presence. Not just that big, boisterous, broom-filling presence. It's actually the idea of being mindful when you're in the presence of the child you're working with. To be present in that moment. To know that that kid, that family, that person is your complete and total focus for the performance you are doing, for the service you are providing, for the craft that you are practicing. Practice being mindful so that you can increase your presence. Be blessed, be well. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Now, Santa B, I'm mindful of the craft because when I'm in presence and I pop out and surprise the kids, they just love it. Wait a minute, that's a different kind of presence.
I always say that being present for someone is perhaps the greatest gift that you can give them when you're in their presence. Is that to be focused on them, to listen, to let them know that you are there, focusing on them is a wonderful gift because there are so many people nowadays who are just like that. Be there, especially if you're there as a performer. So thank you very much for the wisdom, Santa B. Always great to have your inspirational words and wisdom. So thank you.
That's for sure. It is really easy, and I see this happen not just in our Santa community, but in the public in general. Folks will be sitting with each other and they'll be carrying on a conversation, but a lot of times things go right over the top of their head or go in one ear and out the other. They're not really connecting. They're listening, but not on a level where they are really comprehending what the other person is saying. And you see this, and it's easy to get distracted. But I mean, really, when it comes to performers in the Christmas community, you are 100% right, Phineas. You've got to pay attention. You've got to look those children in the eyes. You've got to make sure that they have your undivided attention and that you are hearing what they are saying. Let them speak. This is their time with Santa.
Yep.
And give that to them. And it is one of the greatest gifts you can give, as you said, and Santa B said. Great job, Santa B. As always, appreciate you, brother. All right, you know what? I'm ready for this something burger. Let's just go ahead and jump right on in there. Let's get that hot topic in and got a great one today for Labor Day. So let's let this roll. Just want to say again before we get started here, thank you, Phineas, for your help with these week in and week out. It's been a great help for you to take on the role of putting these questions together, and you always bring the fire.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've been trying to provide a blend of practical stuff that we can use as well, and as well as stuff like today's, which will support my ongoing saga of talking about character development and backstory. So today's is a little piece about backstory. So, given that today is Labor Day, let's talk about the workers of the North Pole. My favorite folks in particular, the elves. Do you, as a Christmas performer, have a set response when asked about your elves or Santa's helpers? How many elves does your North Pole have? And who is your favorite elf and why? So when we are asked, Santa, David, and I usually talk about that we have several thousand elves, depending on the toy load and what all is happening. But the elves all shift because we've got definitely a group that specializes in technological things like making sure that we have enough Nintendo Switches and all of those tech gadgets. And then we also have enough. We had a big glut of Barbies not too long ago, a couple of years back when the Barbie movie was big, and we had to add in a whole new factory that was all pink and so much pink, and as well as stuff about slime and toys and everything. And this year we're working on something about Labubus because they're the big ones this year. So our elves have a shifting population because we bring on specialty elves as necessary. And then when asked who the favorite elf is why, and well, it depends on how happy Santa is with Phineas on that day. And Phineas will say that his favorite elf is the jolly old elf's wife, Mrs. Claus, and she is
Good one.
always, because she's the boss, and she is who Phineas listens to over Santa. So, so so we've got a set story. We've got an ongoing. It allows us to improvise a bit, particularly as we find out about what the hot toys are and if there's shortages and stuff like that. So there's lots of stuff that allows us to continue telling the story of what's happening at our North Pole. Who's making cookies, who's making candies, who's making hot chocolate, that type of thing. And then there's Santa's favorite elves year round, which is those elves that make all the yummy cookies in that tree. And our good friend Ernie Keebler, who said it really loves because Ernie always has cookies for Santa. So.
Very good. Well played on that Mrs. Claus portion there. Well played. Well, for me, it's kind of the same thing. When they ask me how many elves do I have, I tell them I have so many that I can't count them all. That each year I have to bring in new elves because there's more good girls and boys in the world, and therefore toy production is up. And when toy production is up, I have to build new conveyor lines. I have to build new warehouses to store them in. I also have to build new dormitories for more elves. That means Mrs. Claus's kitchen has to be enlarged. The post office has to be enlarged. So I go through this whole spiel about how we, continue to grow at the North Pole Village. And when it comes to my favorite elves, I talk about Bernard some because that's the one that the children connect with the most. But for me, I always love to tell the story about Tiny and Shorty. They're my two smallest elves, and they're my reindeer barn elves. They're the ones that take care of the reindeer. And I always relate to however size the child is as to who Shorty is. And then Tiny, of course, is even smaller than that, like a little brother or a little sister. It's always fun, and the children seem to get a kick out of it. So, all right, let's see what's on the report over here. Anybody got anything good they want to say yet?
We've got a number of visitors who have joined us. We've got Bill Coates, as always, from Central Texas. Bill Gorbett is joining us from Ontario, Canada. Hello, Bill. Hoping all is well. Kane Smith is along with us, as is Randall Lee. Good to see you, Santa Randall. Good to see you, and looking forward to next week as well. So thank you very much for joining us. Santa Mel is with us, and I've confirmed with Santa Mel what's happening this Thursday, so we'll have something to say. Dr. Bruce is with us. Thank you, Santa Bruce. Good to see you. Santa Doug is here. And as I said earlier, Santa B is with us, and Santa Jerry from Missouri is with us as well.
And let's see, Sue Radloff has also joined us. And I also see you said Santa Doug Wright, that is.
Yep.
Uh, you said Kane, AJ. You said Melissa. You said I'm going down through. Chris Skillings. Did you say Chris?
No, Chris Skillings from Ontario. Good to see you, Chris.
Your name is
Santa Jerry on YouTube.
Santa Jerry on YouTube. She said, "Yeah, we'll mention that." Well, very good. Great crowd.
Great.
Fantastic. So let's find out what anybody said about their backstory for the North Pole. Anybody have anything? It's like Diane Vans joined us.
No,
Hi,
Diane Dean.
Diane.
Well, it sounds like AJ needs an elf to help him drive a golf cart because he kept his foot on the gas and forgot to hit the brake and was in a wee bit of a collision on his golf cart. So,
Oh, no, 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 no. Say it's not true, AJ.
and
Stick,
Angela,
stick behind the sleigh where you got the reindeer to lead you.
exactly. They'll put on the brakes. You'll just have to hold on. Santa Doug just kicked in with his backstory includes elves such as Phineas who are all shapes and sizes. They are all colors. Some have pointed ears and some do not. They have elves that do just about everything. They do talk about Neville, who helps Santa with the naughty and nice department, also helps with the North Pole phone call. And they also talk about Bernard and Judy. And we talk about the prep and landing elves. And they're also bringing 4 of Santa's elite elves as part of their presentation. Elves are a big part of their backstory this year. So always glad to hear. And yes, when Phineas got some photos from Santa Doug and Jenny of Phineas working at their North Pole, it was really humbling, especially when they gave a photo of Phineas from Phineas the earlier years, who looks like a barista at a really hip coffee shop with all the piercings and tattoos. So
I don't know if Doug shared the one with you and Randall or not. Did he share any of those with you?
not as of yet. No, no.
Okay, well, I've got those, and I was going to share those with you, and I haven't done it yet. Again, I was actually going to try to make a little promo out of it, but one of them is Randall full size and Phineas as a child sitting on Randall's knee, which is $1 million worth of picture caricature, and then of course you two grown. So fun stuff. I'll share it to you after the show in a private message. That way you'll be able to look at them. Looks like Tammy Weaver has joined us, and she says to AJ that that'll be a great Christmas story about the golf cart.
Definitely the golf cart will be a great Christmas story. And I'll just have to laugh at me sitting on Randall's lap because if anybody has met us in person, know that I'm a wee bit taller than Randall is. So, and I don't want to break him.
I don't know if I can pull that up and share that or not. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, you can.
Let me see if I can find it here real quick from Doug. I'll tell you what, my emails and my private messages just stay blowed up. And sometimes finding things are harder than they seem. Let's see here. It's not wanting to load. You're not trying to load. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'll have to scroll back and find it. It's up just a bit because me and Doug do talk a lot on private message. And I didn't mention to you, Doug. Thank you for the notice about White Castle. They had talked about that on the news. We've never had White Castle in Texas, and we actually have one coming to the DFW Metroplex. So we've had crystals back in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, and before they pulled out of Texas.
Here is the hipster barista Phineas that Santa Doug did for Phineas.
I like that. That is cool.
Except these days, my beard and mustache will be a lot grayer, and I get mistaken for Santa a bit more time. So
Yeah. I can't believe I can't
yeah.
get my messenger to load here. It's just buffering. Okay, well, I'll work on that as we go along here. Tell you what, let's go ahead. Do we have any other comments?
So far, no comments. It's been very quiet. A lot of people are churning on their backstory. So okay, so
I guess I already passed that. Maybe when it
Yep.
was trying to load, it went past it. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead so we don't have any dead air here. Let's go ahead and let's jump into our Santa Claus It promo video, and we'll be back on the other side of that while I work on this.
Hey everyone, Angela Mack here for Bob and Phineas Live, the show about nothing. Season 4 of Bob and Phineas is brought to you by santascloset.org, where you can find all your accessories for the discriminating Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the elves. Visit Santa Wade's website at santascloset.org today, where they are known for delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since opening in 2004. The goal has always been to provide both a superior customer experience at a tremendous value. Their products are fairly priced, and Santa Wade strives to bring many different products to the Claus community. Visit the website and make your next season a truly special one. This is Angela Mack reminding you all to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central, presented by TNL Network Productions. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob and Phineas in the TNL studios and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
Okay, Phineas, before we get into the trivia real quick, let me see if I can share this. How do I share, Angie?
Okay.
Okay, share screen. I see it.
You gonna add it, or do you want me to add it?
Add it. Go ahead and add it. Is that not great?
It's cute.
Yeah,
That
so-
is very cute.
let me see. There's let me go ahead and switch to the next one, and then there's the other
Excellent.
one you sent to me, which is really good too. All right, let me stop sharing now. Did you kill that already?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Let me get out of it over here. Okay, back to business here. All right, Phineas, go ahead and let's get that trivia going.
Okay. What Christmas song was written by a songwriter who also composed, and I will correct this, some music for the TV show The Twilight Zone? This composer also appeared on an episode of The Twilight Zone. So, what Christmas song was written by a songwriter who composed music for the TV show The Twilight Zone and also appeared in an episode of The Twilight Zone?
Very good. That one was kind of surprising. That one, I always look for the ones that jump out. That
Mhm.
because there's so many of these that we've heard or we've used over the course of the last 5 years between the Muddy shows and the Tuesday show, and then of course the other shows are that are doing trivia. So always looking for something we haven't used, something that jumps out at us, and that one definitely did. So
Definitely is. Yep, definitely is. Um, so this person is a composer and also known as an actor as well. So
yes. That's a good clue. Good clue.
so so
All
so
right.
we are getting some responses, and I can tell you right now, no.
It's Dr. Bruce that put that up. No, Dr. Bruce. This one may stump a lot of people. I'm not sure. That's 'cause sometimes I try to go for the hard ones. So
Yep.
let's work on that, guys. What we're going to do while you work on that, we're going to go ahead and say thank you to the folks that help us put these shows on. Okie dokie.
Okay.
ho, 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 ho!
Shop Thermo Apparel. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. And for the coolest of cool Santas or Easter bunnies, remember Thermo Apparel.
Don't just be cool as an attitude. Keep cool, literally.
Thermo Apparel. Be cool.
Ho, 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 ho!
Thank you once more to Talbot Insurance Services, King Risk Partners, Caboots, and of course Thermapparel. I do know Thermapparel's been quite busy. They've been in Atlanta at Dragon Con working with the cosplayers. So very grateful for their support of the TNL Network productions and the show. So thank you.
Yeah, and Julia was really excited about being able to go to the cause this weekend and spend that time at that get together. Always fun for them when they get out in the field. Okay, up in Chatterbox News, really nothing new there. North Pole Cornerstone is February 12th through the 15th, Edmond, Oklahoma. And 459 includes 7 shell prepared meals, transportation to and from the hotel to Bricktown Entertainment District. Breakfast is included if you stay at the Hilton Garden Inn. We have a reduced rate for the Hilton Garden Inn. They give us a great price, a lot better price than what we've had in San Antonio the last 2 years. And I've got to say, by far, the hotel is superior to where we've been, not only in the rooms, but the whole hotel in general, the location of that hotel and the conference center is phenomenal. All right, Phineas, go ahead.
Looking forward to that. Coming up in a few days' time, and registration is closed. People are looking forward to it. Is the Santa Gathering in Lancaster, PA. Perhaps if you go to the website, they might have cancellations, but at this point, we're getting pretty darn close. 2 more days until it starts. And then September 18th to 21st in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, is Santa Nana's Holiday University, hosted by the Northern Illinois Christmas Entertainers. Santa Nana's Holiday University offers school from a different perspective, a woman's point of view, but it's designed for all entertainers, including Santas, Mrs. Clauses, elves, couples, and solo performers. The tuition rates include 2 lunches and a dinner, as well as several snacks and beverages, your graduation reception and student handbook, and so much more. Register at santanana.com, SANTANANA.com. And once more, coming up next week, Jeff McMullen of Kringle University has 2 new classes starting. First, his Holiday Performers class starting September 9th, and the Mastering Magic of Home Visits September 8th. As well. So lots of wonderful education from there. So,
and for those in the North Texas area, Bill Dendy over at Santa's Taylor has a gathering at his shop once a month, the first Thursday in each month. And they announced today that Steve Gillum will be the keynote speaker via video for that this coming up Thursday. So if you're in the North Texas area and want to go over and hang out with Bill, reach out to Bill and go over and have fun. I was keynote with Becky Gilstrap, Cherry Hill, back a month and a half or 2 months ago, whatever it's been now, and really enjoyed it. Great time with lots of good folks.
and coming up in May of 2026 in Forsyth, Georgia, the Academy of Christmas Artists, featuring keynote speaker Stephen Gillum and his wonderful wife Deb, as well as Lee Andrews, will be in Forsyth, Georgia. And then in July 2026, July 16th through 19th, in Branson, Missouri, Spangle the Clown will be hosting School of Santas, featuring their keynote instructor, Joe Barney. So wonderful educational opportunity and a fun event in Branson coming up in July 2026.
It is. It's more than half sold out already and limited seating. So if you're going to go, you might think about getting your name in there as quick as you can. This will be a sellout this year for sure, and early. I'm pretty positive of it because of the response. And Spangle's not sitting on his on what he had. He's been out working hard. Already come up with a couple of the Branson shows that we're going to go see, and they are phenomenal shows. So if you have not been to Branson, this would be a good year to go because of just the Branson shows alone are the top in the Branson area. Real quick, back to Norfolk Cornerstones. I do want to say there that uh, we have been working behind the scenes again tirelessly, as Spangle does with his. We've reached out to all of the presenters, and we're having a meeting with some of the presenters here pretty soon. And we've got the curriculum in place, and we'll be announcing that here pretty quick. Let you know what the topics will be as far as curriculum goes and who the presenters will be. It'll be a fantastic year again. Some of the same topics, different uh, a mix of different things, new presenters, new topics. So we're freshening it up each year. And I assume we're having trouble with trivia.
We are definitely having trouble with trivia. However, I'd like to welcome Eric and Mo Elliott. Nice to see you, Eric. Moesha, Santa Mitch Allen has joined us as well. And Dana and I will be assuming Everett by proxy as well. Prostrello have joined us. So good to see everybody joining us. So.
Very good. You guys, do I need to give the website where we found this at? Would that help? Okay, so where this question comes from is everythingtrivia.com. Everythingtrivia.com. And that will be /Christmas song trivia questions /. And it'll take you right to it. Take you right to it. Okay, so one other thing that I was going to mention. Oh, the Texas State Santas will be having our kick off the season eat and meet at Rudy's Barbecue, Texas Barbecue in Arlington, Texas. That's on Interstate 20. And that will be October 4th at 1 p.m. Looking for a great turnout. Already have a lot of folks that have signed up, put their RSVP in on that, including Mitch, who is with us today. Mitch is one that also helps promote this through Hire Santa and get the word out to all those here in the North Texas. Well, anywhere. I mean, everyone's welcome. But this will be our 15th straight year, Santa Bob's 15th straight year of putting together this kickoff the season eat and meet. It grows each year. Last year we had 88, I believe, if my memory serves me correct. Now we're staying in the Arlington area because that is central to the Tarrant County, Fort Worth area, the Dallas County, Denton County. We're all Arlington kind of sits right in the middle of the heart of everything. Therefore, we will also still make our field trip after we eat up the road to Decorators Warehouse. That's North Texas' largest Christmas store, and it's huge. It is huge. They have some commercial style displays, and they also have things for the budget shopper. So everyone can find something there, and every time we go, folks walk out with sacks and sacks of stuff. So good place to get your decorations if you're looking for some. Okay. Now then, are we doing any better on trivia?
Not yet.
Wow. I didn't think it was that hard.
Maybe it's time for me to dig the shovel out, Bob.
But I knew the answer, so maybe that's why it wasn't hard for me. All right, get the shovel out. Let's go ahead and roll the lead in, and we'll have Phineas on the other side with more character development.
Well, good day, everybody, and happy Monday and happy Labor Day to everybody. So today's something burger question is the type of question that we sometimes get in our interactions with various individuals when we are performing, when we are meeting and greeting with people. And this is all stuff that I think we need to have in our quiver, in our arsenal, so we can have these answers at a moment's notice, because we're going to get the, you know, how many elves do you have at the North Pole? And who's your favorite elf? Especially if you're Santa or Mrs. Claus. And what all do the elves do? And what do they do during the downtime? So this is all part of building your backstory. And you often will see some of these individuals, time and time again during the season. So if you don't have a consistent answer to who your favorite elf is, you might be called on it, because very many of these children have the mind of a steel trap, and they will call you on that. And as well, you said yesterday it was Bernard, or you said yesterday, it was Buddy. And my stock response is, Buddy's not even an elf. He's a human. So you need to have an answer that is readily at hand, so you're not as well as a answer that is consistent, because it's quite clear that people are going to, the children in particular, are going to remember, especially if you're doing repeat visits each year to families. So there's a lot to go on, and why I focus on having the consistent North Pole backstory, your consistent back history, and stuff like that. So, and I always defer in times of crisis that my favorite person at the North Pole is definitely Mrs. Claus, because she makes sure things run smoothly and that stuff go very, very well. So definitely that is what is important about having a backstory. And once more, it doesn't have to be something very difficult. Everybody has, ever since the Santa Claus came out, Bernard is the favorite elf. He's the chief and chap, because number one, most of the children of a certain generation have seen the Santa Claus. I don't know if they are familiar with the new TV series, because Bernard definitely got older and is facing mortality. So there is lots of opportunity to build your story and make sure that you have a consistent backstory, because we're always going to be, like it or not, get asked questions about those little snitches that, are about 12 inches tall, and they sit on the shelves and they make messes around people's houses and everything like that. And, what's the name of my elf on the shelf? And, did you hear what my elf on the shelf did, and everything like that? So you got to have an answer ready for that, because, you know, unless you're psychic, you're not going to know the answer to, the elf on the shelf, unless you've got a clever parent, mouthing the word snowflake or something like that. So it always helps to have a consistent, at hand answer and response, because you're going to need to have it, especially if you're going to be visiting with these families year in, year out, or multiple times during the season. So there is lots of opportunity for that. Now, moving forward, I want to ask the viewers, what questions do you have of me, as far as character development, as far as building your backstory for your North Pole, anything that you are of interest in finding out more or learning more about. There will be updates about Admi the Yeti, because she is quite busy at the North Pole, and she's learning a lot about our weather systems and weather tracking. So she is becoming quite the meteorologist and the weather Yeti. So definitely that we're going to have more from Admi, as she is continuing to improve her skills and get more acclimatized and more comfortable with the North Pole. So we will definitely have more from her. We have not forgotten about her. She has also taken on co-parenting of the baby Yeti that has landed, and she is being a wonderful, wonderful guardian and protector of the baby Yeti, and helping me take care of her. So it is definitely a very good thing. And you may notice that we have a new Yeti friend who has joined us as well. And that's from the Santa's Village up here in northern Canada that we've been watching for and spying on a Yeti that has landed in Ontario, Canada, that is quite busy as well. So we are becoming quite the home for wayward Yetis here at the North Pole here. So looking forward to that. But, anyways, once more, if anybody has any questions or any concerns about character development and backstory that you'd like me to clear up and like me to talk about over the next few weeks, keeping in mind that Randall will be taking over every other week during this time, I would be more than willing to answer the questions. Email me at mike.hutchings@gmail.com or else message me here on Facebook, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions online and we can see what we can get going. Thank you.
Very, very good, Phineas. Very good. As always, and it's pretty cool to see the new Yeti there in the background with you. You know, I got to thinking about I had bought. You know, I was telling you I wanted a puppet. I actually have a couple of little hand puppets that I have used in the past. One of them being a frog that actually rivets, and it does sound to the voice of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll tell you what the song is when you start to move your hand, and you kind of get the tempo going with the movement of the mouth. It's pretty
Yep.
cool. I'll have to dig it out of my bag and show that off here in the next week or two. Okay, we do have a trivia winner finally, Phineas. Ain't that
I
cool?
saw that. I saw that. So
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen real quick because I don't want people to think I just make this stuff up, right? Right there, number 59. What Christmas song was written by a songwriter who also composed the theme for the TV show The Twilight Zone? And it says reveal answer, and that answer is Phineas.
the Christmas song by Mel Torme.
That's correct. I like the little emphasis over the E for May. Love that. All right, so that was and that's everything trivia.com. Christmas song trivia questions right there. So a whole list of them. And now then, our winner still is
Diane B.
Diane Penn. That's correct. Congratulations, Diane. Great job. Great job. Let me stop sharing this. Get out of that. Take that off of my screen so I can go back over here and be with Phineas. There you go. Fantastic.
Oh,
So, Diane, I'm not sure. I think I've got your T-shirt size, but just in case I don't, you might send that to me. I've got your address still, and I'll get that over to Wade and Scarlett and get your care package and T-shirt on the way. Good job. Yeah, that was almost a stumper. I was beginning to worry I was going to have to tell Wade that we didn't have a winner again. The last time I did that, he got mad at me. How am I supposed to give this stuff away when you're making this bar on them?
well, I will say that Diane's original answer about Bernard Herrmann writing the music for the Christmas Carol movie is also technically accurate because Bernard Herrmann actually wrote the famous
Yes.
theme song. Mel Torme was an actor in both season 1 and season 2 of The Twilight Zone, and he wrote some incidental music for them. So I don't know where the trivia got the fact that he wrote the theme song because that is not quite so.
Yeah.
So
Hey, and nobody ever says that these places I get these are 100% accurate. And I try to always do a backup source in case.
yep.
This week I didn't, and you know, would have it. Can't win for losing, right?
But
But at least we had a winner, so
we
fantastic.
did have a winner. That's a good thing. We'll keep Wade and Scarlett very happy and get the
Very
care
true.
packages out. So excellent. So
And thank you to everyone for playing along. You know, these trivia questions, they're for you guys' benefit. You win a little, a care package from santascloset.org. Now he's giving away T-shirts also. So
yep.
it's just a fun way to incorporate you guys into our show and give you something back for taking that 1 hour out of your Monday afternoon, especially on a holiday as today, Labor Day,
Yep.
and joining us. And we certainly do appreciate everyone. that's always tuning in and catching Phineas and myself. All right, previewing the TNL upcoming guests and shows, as Phineas mentioned a moment ago. Next Monday, I will be off again, and Randall, Santa, Checker Lee will be filling in as Phineas's co host. That's going to be fun, fun, fun. Those guys, the two of them together, are more fun than a barrel full of elves with Santa chasing them. With,
That is correct. So
uh, you want to take it from there, Phineas?
okay, so tonight the Claus Connect will be taking an evening off, enjoying the holiday long weekend with your families. So have a wonderful evening. If you wish to watch something from the Claus Connect, go to Sean White's YouTube page, and you can watch one of the previous episodes and watch one of the prior episodes. She has wonderful information about beard care for the gentleman. She had an interview with Pamela McCall, the woman who wrote the "Twas the Night Before Christmas" and their current book on Mrs. Claus. So lots of opportunity there.
I met
Tomorrow,
Santa this last week. That was a great show.
yep. Tomorrow night, Tuesday Night Live will be taking the night off as well because Santa Bob is busy on a secret project, which we will hopefully find out more about.
Yeah, as soon as I can reveal that, I'll let everyone know on that. And I hope to have that wrapped up by tomorrow night. So tomorrow will probably be dedicated to just working on that project and getting it. It's a video that I'm having, or not having to do, but that I agreed to do, and so going to get that wrapped up and move along from there.
Wednesday night on Kringle Time with the Kringle Brothers, they will be talking about getting ready for your Christmas season. So join Santa Michael and Herbie for a conversation about getting ready for your Christmas season. And I just got in from Santa Mel on Thursday night. She will be doing Whose Line Is It Anyway, as well as followed up by those crazy polar opposites. So, Whose Line Is It Anyway North Pole edition starting Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Polar opposites at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, it's going to be a wild and crazy time on Santa's Magical Fellowship. So, thank you, Santa Mel.
Very good. So I guess next week, Phineas, you'll be doing the full script again, and we appreciate you doing that. Just to let everyone know that Phineas fills in there when I'm gone and does a fantastic job with it. That frees me up to not only having to put together the script, but also being able to get out. And again, next Monday, I hope to be able to get on the front of the house. There is some wood replacement up there that needs tending to before I start my Christmas season, because otherwise we're not going to be able to hang our giant decorations on the front up there where the problem has existed. So, and we don't want to get water damage, so we want to get that taken care of.
Oh, Kane Smith notes that if Mrs. Claus finds out there are no Monday or Tuesday night shows, she's going to expect him to do housework, and so, well, if Bob's tackling the honeydew list, perhaps you should, Kane.
Welcome to my world, Kane. And here's the thing. I mean, Mrs. Claus has been more than patient with me on the housework. She understands that I have these commitments, and I'm just really, really, really blessed to have Phineas and Randall and all the folks within the TNL network to be able to take and fill in anywhere we need to. I mean, on all these shows, we can pretty much plug and play anybody. And that was the whole idea, was to still bring you shows when the rest of us or some of us may need a day off. And there are shows. Now, they may not be the same night that you're accustomed to. But again, the Crinkle Time will be on this week. Santa's Magical Fellowship Group, Santa Mail, will be on this week. So, and of course, you had us today. So, but Sean is having a weekend with her family. And again, for me, it's not really having the time to prepare a show, but my commitment of getting this video done by tomorrow and getting it submitted. And
Yep. And once again, as Santa B said in the chat, that you can always play the reruns on YouTube. So by all means, go to either the Tuesday Night Live or Sean White's Claus Connection, or even Monday Night Live or Monday Live with Santa, with Bob and Phineas. And while you're there, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications when we post the new videos, because that helps us more than anything. like the
The
videos, subscribe to them.
algorithm is a strange thing. A lot of us older folk didn't understand YouTube, the algorithm, the way those work, the way YouTube has their system set up. But the subscriptions, again, they don't cost anything. It's just a matter of clicking, and all that does is that put your name in. That when they push a video out, they will suggest our videos in your suggested videos.
Yep.
Uh, Nothing saying that you owe anybody anything. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a matter of a click of the mouse. Same way with the likes. The comment would take a couple of minutes to put in a comment if you want to go over and comment. That also helps show YouTube that folks are interested in that particular video. When you comment on it, that pops up a red flag to them, and every little click, no matter what it is, be it a like, be it a comment, be it a subscription, all work towards the algorithm of YouTube. It's a concept that I had to get used to. I mean, I was watching YouTube for a couple of years and never subscribed to nobody, but because I was watching particular shows, those were the shows that were getting recommended to me. So I didn't understand I had to subscribe. Not that I had to, but that it helped those shows out. And
Yep.
once I finally did some research and got the hang of it, and then I I have such a long subscription list now that it takes me 10 minutes to go through them all. So
Yeah, and if you subscribe, that creates a list that you can go through with your subscription, so you can find our stuff easier and search for it easier. So it's always great for you to like, subscribe, and if you comment on the stuff, we'll look at the comments definitely, and if we can respond to them, we will. So it's
yeah,
always an opportunity. So thank you very much for doing this and your support.
Angela Mack takes care of the YouTube solely, and she's on top of everything over there. She has put in countless hours the last 3 to 4 weeks, reworking all the videos over there, got them put into folders per which season they are. Now, if you want to go to season 2 and watch a show that you have forgot that we might have had, or somebody that might have brought something up that you want to go back and refresh your memory on, it's easier to find now because you can go right over, pick up season 2 folder, and it gives you a complete list of the shows. Click on it and go. She's also retitled everything over there. We were basically up until a couple of weeks ago was just titling it by the episode number and the date. She's gone back now and put in and changed that and put a little description of what the video is and who the guest is, which helps you find those a little bit easier. Also, plus that helps the algorithm again with YouTube. They say it's important. Your thumbnail is important. The way that you title your segments are important. Those are all things that are important to being able to push your product out there. We're a little behind the curve, but we're getting there. But thank you, Angela Mack, for all the time she has put in on that. And I thought
Angela is amazing. She makes everything work and makes everything happen. So it's
definitely,
really great for Angela. So that is great.
yeah. TNL wouldn't be TNL if, I mean, she changed everything. She has really been uh, a blessing all the way around.
Yep.
All right, we've done our time. We're 4 minutes from the top of the hour. We want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us today on Labor Day. We hope you have a safe Labor Day. Enjoy your time if you're picnicking out tonight, or going out to eat, or whatever it is you're going to do. If you're spending time with family, be blessed and be well, as Santa B always says. And uh, we thank you so much for everything. Thank you, Phineas, and thanks to Randall for stepping in and taking some of the load off me for the next few weeks while I finish up these house projects.
Well, thank you once again, Bob, for leading us on. Thank you, Angela, for making things work and working tirelessly behind the scenes. I'd like to thank our latecomers, Ernie Russo, John Schnagelberger, and Robert Williams. Great to see all of you joining us even at this late date. You'll be able to catch us on the replay, so thank you very much. And it's been great seeing you all. Wishing everybody a happy and safe Labor Day. And it's the end of summer. Time to go back to school and back to, well, as my neighbor called it, all the burr months. So,
Yeah, the burn months are here. That's correct.
yep,
We have 4 of them, and they are here now.
yep.
Before we jump off, let's get a sports update. What's the score, Phineas?
Let us see what the update is. I heard cheering. That's how loud it is. I could hear it over the AC. And the sports update is Hamilton 1 over the Toronto team. So there's still 9 minutes left in the game, but Hamilton is currently winning 27-18. So that is why there's a huge amount of cheering going on outside. So
Very good. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you next week with Phineas and Randall. I'll be back next Tuesday, and don't forget Kringle Time this week and Santa Magical Fellowship Group this week. So a couple of shows for you to catch later on. Thanks everyone. Good to see everybody. What?
Willie said he just got here. He wants to know the YouTube channel.
Okay. Do you have that programmed in, or is it something?
I have this one programmed in for this show, but I don't have Tuesday's program.
Okay, hang on just 1 second. I'm going to share my screen again, Willie, here real quick. I know you just
this one here for this show.
Just got here, so live right here. And did you add mine to the screen?
I just added yours,
Oh.
but I don't know where it's at.
I was going to put it in layers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, that's what it looks like when we're on YouTube. You got your YouTube comments to the right-hand side. What happened?
It was just showing
Over and over and over?
Yeah, it didn't have.
Okay. Very good. I'll stop sharing, and that kind of gives you an idea. Go over and check out the YouTube. We have grown immensely over there. This year, we have doubled in subscriptions, and our viewership is way up, which is helping things. We do have now enough subscriptions to start taking that next level. What we do not have, and this is very important, guys, we do not have the viewing hours yet. You're required to have, what was it, 3,000?
Yes.
3,000 viewing hours to make it to the next level. And we're sitting at about 1,600? Something like that, about 1,600. So we're about halfway there on viewing hours. So if you go over there, I mean, what we've been doing here at the house, kind of been cheating a little bit. We turn our TVs on and put it on a episode, and then the next episode follows, so we can show viewing hours by doing that. We may not be watching the show, but at least it's on and it's counting towards our viewing hours.
Yeah.
So that's a little secret that you can do with YouTube. Also, again, our shorts. They've extended the shorts from a 1 minute short reel to a 3 minute short reel. So that's something that Angela's also working on, building some shorts out of our content and grabbing some shorts. For instance, I've got 4 shorts that Santa Scott did at the Oklahoma get together where Darla and Santa JoJo talked a few weeks back. We're going to get them on there also. So there'll be new content over there that you have not seen over here on Facebook. So anyway. Any last words, Phineas?
No, just thanking everybody. Just to respond, I did post my response to Willie about where they can be found on YouTube for both the Tuesday Night Live show and Bob and Phineas Live. So hopefully he'll be able to find those. So there we go.
Very good. Thank you, Phineas. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Be well, have fun, and behave yourself while you're at it.
Have a good week, everybody.